Full Spindle Mutilate Part 2. So, now that you have some idea of how I want you to complete the physical sketches, we are going to go into how I want you to complete this assignment digitally. This will be Part 2 of this assignment then. This is one that was composed solely using Photoshop and utilized images from headlines that were obtained on November 18, 2015. There are 4 separate images, more or less, woven together in this image, and afterwards several filter techniques were added. This is one of the examples that I want you to try. But first I want you to complete at least 3 of the physical mock-ups of things to get an idea of which one that you actually find the most appealing before committing to the final 2. Be sure to scan your images first so that you have them to reuse in the digital portion. Another technique is to slice through the image in diagonal and then slicing back and forth along the diagonal slices, some up and some down, while others remain stationary, much like the example that I showed you in my demo in Part 1. Here's the original image in this case. Here's the sliced and manipulated version. And here are the various filter effects that were added. Now yet another example would be to take the original image and apply a series of concentric circles over it. Carefully keep track of the various layers by numbering them, and then manipulate them about the center of the original image, left or right or both. Here's my original image using this example, and here's the resultant mutilation. Now it's not entirely necessary that you use political images. I was merely using these because they are very familiar images taken from various online news aggregators, and it is always better to start with the familiar in order to make your point more strongly. In the end, for the most part, you will really tell what the images are because they become so distorted. What is important is that you find images that are colorful and different. Now, this final version, I will try to prove the point that you don't need to employ political imagery. In case you simply need to combine several things, slice them up vertically or horizontally, and then move them along linear slices through the images. This can get tricky, but by carefully paying attention to your Photoshop layers, it shouldn't be too hard. So here's my first image, the second, and finally the third. Here's the final image of what was created from slicing and recombining these images, and with the added filter applied, you really can't tell what it was any longer. Now, I would like you to try at least 2 digital examples over the course of this assignment, and 3 mock-up sketches in the first part. You should feel free to combine as many of these as you would like, and perhaps even try something that I haven't shown you here. There's nothing saying that you can't combine the diagonal version with the woven version and create a diagonal woven version. I will leave those combinations up to you. You needn't feel limited to photos either. You can do the examples like the watercolor combinations that I showed you in the first half. Good luck, and if any of you get stuck and have questions, then let me know about them immediately. See you in the next video.